So Ukraine Media Center continues its work. I'd like to welcome you and to remind you that we are supported by the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine and the Ministry of Internal Affairs of Ukraine. We have been hosted by Skyloft Hotel. Thank you very much for that. And now we have spokesman of the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine, Oleksandr Motuzyanyk, who will tell us about the situation on the front lines at the moment. You're welcome. Dear friends, I'd like to share with you traditional information about Russian military aggression as of today, 4th of April. Wide-scale military aggression of Russian Federation against our country continues. The enemy has focused on their key efforts and preparations for a renewal of offensive action in order to surround the joint forces and to take city of Kharkiv. Russia continues to use high-precision weapons to destroy critical infrastructure facilities in Ukraine. It has been forming and moving additional units from central and eastern military districts of Russia to engage them in military action in Ukraine. The enemy has reinforcing its troops from western and southern districts in Slobozhanщина and Donetsk areas of operations by both moving troops from other military districts and by involving units from their mobilization reserve. Also, the enemy has been establishing routes for logistical support for their troops, creating reserves of ammunition, rockets, fuel, and lubricants, and prepares the healthcare facilities for them to receive large number of wounded people. Generally, Russian occupational forces are rearranging, regrouping, and trying to improve their tactical position in some areas in southern part of Ukraine. Now I'll tell you in more detail about the key areas. In Volyn area, there have been no significant changes during the day. Units of the Armed Forces of Republic of Belarus, up to 4 battalion tactical groups, continue to cover part of Ukraine-Belarus border. In police area, there is still high probability of rocket strikes and bomb strikes against civilian infrastructure facilities by enemy's aircraft from Belarusian airfields. We see the movement of units from Eastern Military District and paratroopers from the Republic of Belarus to Russia, as well as movement as weapons, military equipment, and personnel by railway and by air. According to our information, units of the 35 Army, Belgorod, Russia, and 26th Army from Ulan-Ude of Eastern Military District have been placed near Rechica and Yampel in Homel province of the Republic of Belarus. In Siversk area, the enemy has finished the withdrawal of their units from Central Military District to Kursk province in Russia and started their further movement within Russia. In Slobozhanщина area, the enemy continues the siege of Kharkiv, shelling carrying out artillery shelling, rearranging their troops, and increasing air defense of important facilities in Belgorod and areas of concentration of troops in Kharkiv area. To adjust the locations of Ukrainian troops, the enemy has been carrying out reconnaissance around Barvinkovo using UAVs or drones. The enemy is also trying to restore bridge across Siversky Donetsk near the city of Izum. Near the town of Brashkivka, the enemy's troops up to one 10-company tactical troop group. The enemy has tried some combat reconnaissance, has failed, and withdrawn to positions previously held. In Donetsk and Tavri areas, key efforts of the enemy are focused around Drubizhny and Popasna, as well as in preparations for offensive action against Severodonetsk and taking full control of Mariupol. In particular, the enemy has made 8 air strikes against Mariupol. At the same time, the enemy is finishing the rearranging of its troops who have lost their offensive capacity in order to renew the active operations. In southern Bug area, our troops are pushing occupiers in Kherson province. In Black Sea and Sea of Azov areas of operations, the enemy's ships in Black Sea have reduced their activities because of difficult weather conditions, up to 10 storm up to with level up to 10. The rest of their ships continue their operations in their respective areas. Now, finally, the total losses of the enemy since February 24 to April 4. Approximately personnel about 18,300 people, tanks 647, armed fighting vehicles 1,844, 330 artillery systems, multiple launch rocket systems. The enemy has lost 107 of those. Air defense systems, 54 of those, 149 aircraft, 134 helicopters, 1,273 cars and trucks, 7 ships and boats, tactical and operational level UAVs, 92, tactical and operational level rocket launch 24, and 25 special vehicles. That's all information we have. Thank you for attention. Glory to Ukraine. Glory to heroes. Thank you, Oleksandr, for this information. Friends, I'd like to remind you that now we are developing our schedule for next days. Please watch our announcements on YouTube channel, in Facebook, our Telegram channel.